This is Anita Vyas on behalf of Positive Mantra A Thoughtscape. And today we have a very special person with us, that is Raman Khullar from Rowllet, Texas. So, hi Raman, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
We would like you to introduce yourself. Tell us something about you.
Okay, Raman Khullar from Rowllet, Texas. I work at Home Depot at this time from October 29th, 2018 till now, and how loving and caring and family-oriented everybody is. And having fun and laughing all around is to live the way of life.
Yes, you are very positive. You know, when we look at you, that energy vibrations, it emits from you. That's
exactly.
So Raman, you have taken sessions from Dr. Gautam Chatterjee sir also, with me also. So I would just like you to tell everyone to share your experience with the sessions by Dr. Gautam Chatterjee sir.
So the experiences came at a very good time, and it was getting very hard for me just before the end of last year. And when I heard about everything about this whole organization, I'm like, this will begin to help me in case of any other situations that are going on in my life. And without this being here right now, I don't know where I would be today.
Okay. So like, that's great. And you had sessions with Dr. Gautam Chatterjee sir, because now
Yes.
I think perhaps after you, he has not taken sessions with anyone because he doesn't keep a good health. So especially I would like you to share experiences with him, your conversations with him, so that the world knows, yes, how you felt.
The conversations with him are true, are real, and how much he has blessed us with all kinds of wholeheartedness, kindness, and how much more positive life can be without living in the harder, stricter days of life.
Yes, that's great. Okay, and you know, after that we are also talking. Still, it is continuing. So,
yeah.
like, do share something about me also, of course.
Well, every day, even while missing a morning walk like this morning, it helps. And with uh, with now allowing myself through separation, and then these last 9 months now have been total freedom. And with that, I've been feeling so much better. I've been getting better in my photography skills and my singing skills, plus foreign languages. And now the only reason why I would do foreign languages after high school is due to the fact that I never had any I had no experience in Hindi. I had no experience in Punjabi, but I always had experience with Sanskrit after going to the temple and having Dia speaking Sanskrit, having Dhruv speaking Sanskrit more likely. So I could write more likely in Sanskrit than Hindi and Punjabi. So the more I felt like foreign languages were concerned, after high school, I felt like I should try an extra foreign language, and then let me see if I could try to get back to where I haven't been able to read or write. So within this separation of time right now, I've been able to do write in other languages except for the two major languages that I'm supposed to be speaking right now. So
You know, you are You are an example, because Dr. Gautam Chatterjee sir always teaches how to bounce back in life. And you have
Right.
undergone such pain, and then also you could actually understand your all your positive things, your talents, and you could bounce back in life. That is a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
And as you told me, you know 4 languages, because that is something, you are, of course, you were born and brought up in USA, but you are
Yes.
so rooted to your Indian culture. That is very important. And
Right.
whom will you give this credit to for being so rooted in your culture?
Well, one, I have I have to give more credit to um, Asha Gate. She was the one who actually
Mhm.
uh, she was actually the one who settled me down. She was the one who actually got me, and she snapped. She was snapping a couple of times, and she saw me. She said, "Come over here for a moment
Mhm.
and come into a teachers meeting with us." And I did, and without that kind of thing, and being understanding, and more likely learning about culture, that's where most of the credit comes from,
That's great.
especially through my late grandmother, who we had to celebrate yesterday because of her 28th year of passing. And
Okay.
that's another lady who I could also credit everything else to.
That's great.
While mom and dad were working as
Mhm.
uh, elementary, middle school, high school, and college professors,
Mhm.
So, and there are many others where I love to credit them as well. And for every year, when it comes to like Jayanti and everything else, every either March or April, for every person who has passed away, either in my family's family, or in my school friends' family,
Mhm.
I I hold I hold that to the point of where not only to not just my family, but other families who have lost their fathers, mothers,
Yes.
sons, daughters, grandmothers, grandfathers.
Mhm.
So for every year, for every person who I know of, who I could think of, who has passed away, I could go so many times while singing Hanuman Chalisa also. But if I do forget people, I try to go back and remember that for the year after that. And
That.
so when it comes to this, it's like a no-brainer to me, because ever since my late grandmother passed away when I was a month and 3 days after freshman year of high school in '92, I'm like, this is the time to just do that, you know?
Yes. That's a beautiful thing, because you have so much of empathy for everyone. And I don't think all everybody cannot think of such a thing, that to recite Hanuman Chalisa when some people, I mean, it's such a beautiful thing. I'm
Right,
very much impressed, because when we are talking, I'm really impressed by the way you are having this like helping others and everything. That's great.
right.
And do tell me, of course, you do meditation. So I would like you to tell everyone how are you feeling in
I,
meditations?
I mean, with the meditation, I've been helping others out that have been talking with me and everything else. If you don't do that, if you don't do meditation, if you don't laugh and you don't smile, we're not going to live as long as we think we are.
Okay,
Because without those three things, everything will not go according as planned for anybody or everybody.
that's true. And I feel you have found the way to your inner happiness, that the inner connect you have got through these sessions, I suppose, with Dr. Gautam Chatterjee, sir. That's great.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And
Yeah.
I would like to tell everyone about a very special quality of yours, that is photography and video shooting of nature. So please do tell us something about how you go about it and all.
Well, I just try on all the right. I don't know which word I'm looking for here, but uh,
Like daily morning, you go and to the lake.
yes. So the small entrance towards the lake is one of the best that most most could get through and most can find. And for that, it is just, of course, living proof that when serenity and scenery are to be seen, it's
Yeah,
always better to capture that picture at that time before anything else happens.
yeah. I have watched many of you all. In fact, you have shared your videos with me. I and
Yeah.
along with my daughter, even she liked it so much. That is
Yes.
beautiful.
Right. Because yesterday, what happened was, as I was walking down the entrance, I had just saw some ducks come in, and I trying to figure out from what angle I should go ahead and get that from, and I'm like, I know your daughter will get a kick out of it because she would be laughing and she'd be thinking like, where did this, where was this from? And I mean, the lake is just right here, just right behind our neighborhood,
Hmm.
or a couple of neighborhoods down, and I'm like, it's just a wonderful thing to just, I mean, do. I mean, shucks, can't be limited for everything, you know?
Yes, that's true. And you are very lucky to be in such a place where you are so close to nature. That is the lake.
Exactly.
Great, it is. And the most important thing is you understand that, you value that. Many a times people don't notice only. But with you, you notice each and every minute details. That is the best
Exactly.
part in you. And about the
Exactly.
sun, I mean, the video I saw about capturing sun, rising sun, that was also beautiful.
Yes, it was. Yes, it is. Sorry. Yes, it is.
Yes. So do tell Raman, like, what are your future plans? What you want to do in life, like in future? Do you have any plans?
Plans so far. Um, of course, I'd like to have my own. Of course, we've been speaking about my tea and coffee business, and but now that I've been thinking about it, maybe I will go into singing for some reason.
Yes, yes, that's great. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and but only this time for singing, it's like,
Hmm. In fact, I will want you to sing for us also, but of course, if you are comfortable, you sing in Hindi, Punjabi.
no, no. I sing in some. I sing in other languages actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So,
So,
would you like to
but
sing for
there,
us or no? No, not
not right
right
now,
now.
not right now,
So maybe later.
because I definitely have so many songs right now. It's not. I have like 200 songs stuck in my head right now, and I can't think of which one to
I do
go
understand.
for. Yeah.
That's okay. But like, okay, what do you like about positive mantra?
It it has made me so much better, and which um, concentration has been so much better. The way I've been working has been so much better. The way all my friends who have seen me work through pain and the suffering and and everything else that I've been through so far in life, and how uh, well, I wouldn't say daring,
Mm-hmm.
um, but how much care that they show of how work should be and how work should be like.
That's true. That's true. Actually, positive mantra empowers us in all
Yes.
situations of life. And I'm really very glad, the receiver has to be very, uh, you know, uh, excited to receive. And you are one among them. You were
Yes.
so excited to receive. So you have received so well. And it is not easy to come across such a situation and to cross it over and to be like what you are now. So I must congratulate you. It's really remarkable.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
one more thing I know about you, so I would like to share with all our viewers that
Okay.
you do visit, like you are connected with Chinmay Mission, and you love chanting also Hari Om. You keep on saying.
Yes.
Do
Yes,
tell me
that's true.
something about that part.
Well, since April of '98, no matter what my greeting is, I always start off with Hari Om, because that's the only easiest way that I could possibly uh, say that to, I mean, anybody, uh, family, maybe friends, and 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 like I mentioned earlier, towards towards you and uh, Dr. Gautam, that there there would be every chance in the world that I would say, other meanings of hello, but Hari Om is the only one that comes out of my mouth first.
Yes,
Without Hari Om, I don't know where I would be today either.
that's great. That's great. So, how do your friends take it? Of course, you are having all friends from other countries, and of course, so how do
Right.
your friends react to it? Do they like it the way you chant?
Um.
Yes, please.
Yes. Yes, they do. And from this day forward, I'm gonna find more languages that uh, I would like to say it in, because it's not just one language that everybody has to speak. There can be more languages that everybody could speak. So, like, if I remember I had a few teachers in high school that spoke Swahili, and it's like, Asante Samuel squash banana, but that's one way of saying it in Swahili.
Okay,
And how funny the way they say it is how funny the way it,
okay.
yeah. And otherwise, because it's it's just it's just a good thing. It's just a good thing to learn. I mean, I know all of us. I know all the countries in the world have their differences, but still, we just can't live off those differences and just say no, no, we can't be friends. This and that. But I just say to myself, like, even though all our countries had differences so far, no, what the heck? Let's try it. Let's be friends. Let's try it. Let's go for it.
That's true because at the root level, all are one. So that's a
Right.
beautiful thing. So you can speak,
Exactly.
of course, English and Sanskrit. And
Yes. I started writing Sanskrit before marriage, and then after marriage, I had to, at some point in time, I had to stop. And I'm like, I don't ever want to stop. I don't ever want to stop.
yes, in India, students, if you go to them and if you ask them, do you know Sanskrit? So even they don't know. So it's something great that being so far in America, and then also you have so much of love for our languages, Indian culture. That's a great thing.
Right, exactly. Because where I used to write Sanskrit from was the old orange book of my prayers from Chennai Mission when I first started. So I didn't have that book until February of 1999.
Okay.
I could go back to all the my prayer books that I could possibly think of since the fall of '98. I
Okay.
could go all the way back through all the orange My Prayer books to now, and which they have changed it to a paperback, but I forgot what colors were on the book at this time. And since we haven't been able to go back lately, and see all new families, all go back to all 4 sessions so far, and hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to get back to it, because for every time what was mentioned from Dr. Gautam was also mentioned there too. So both the organizations have something in common. That's the best part about everything. And so I went from uh, this the third week of January this year towards the end of March, and then when everything when the whole when the whole pandemic started, we couldn't go after April, and I was totally missing out on everything. So then when that happened in the first or second week of April, then come back and then speak with Dr. Gautam, and then I forgot how long ago we started talking, and I've and I've been feeling so much better, so much happier since then. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna allow everything that was done these past 19 years, let it go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir's aura is like that. Dr. Gautam
Yes.
Chatterjee, sir's aura, he heals by his aura itself. That's great. So, like, if I ask you to describe yourself, all your, like, what is in you that is marvelous? So, would you like to tell? Yes, I am like a nature lover,
Um,
or yes?
yes. In this regard, I have always had, you know, all kinds of memories, and like photographical, audio, visual, and every kind of memory since like 6 months old.
Yes.
And ever since then, I could possibly think of anything and almost everything. Even while traveling outside the United States, which was so much fun, and getting all that time out, and staying up late, and I remember one trip in '92, just before everything happened in September, and took a good 2-week vacation for a wedding in England, and then going for an 8-week vacation over to Delhi, and having one of the hardest times of health. And at that point in time, I actually had asthma, higher respiratory system, higher respiratory problems, lower respiratory problems, and I had to put it through so much pain then, just like I had now. And I had to go through one full week of like 10 big those 10 big 1 liter bottles of water for 7 days straight in that 8-week period. And without that, at that time, I was looking like I am now at 235. And that trip, not I could lose more weight outside of the United States than what I could do losing here alone by myself.
Yes.
So in this point in time, in that whole 10-week vacation, I lost 120 just before becoming a freshman in high school in '92. Now I can't even lose I can't even lose half of that now.
That
And
happens.
what yeah, it happens. And then uh 2000 comes up. I have to go see them twice. One, of course, being engaged in 2000, spring break, our 2-week holiday for college, and then Christmas. I had to, lose a little bit more than usual, and I'm like, I go back, all the other sister-in-laws and all of her friends were like jealous after who I took. I'm the middle of three, and rarely you see the middle of three get married first. And for some apparent reason, it just may be the funniest thing that as it's been said, but it's not the funniest thing when it's done, said and done.
Yes. And you have been through like health challenges also,
Yes, I
recently
have.
also. So that
Yes,
is again something like, but you have handled it very, very, say easily, I must say.
right, exactly. And uh, ever since '92 onwards, ever since I was 15 onwards,
Yes.
it anything, anything or everything.
Like what sir says in positive mantra, bounce back in life. So you are a live example of that. In spite of all the
I've
challenges.
heard that one. I've heard that one so many times.
Yeah. And I can relate it to myself as well. Yes, we have to bounce back in life.
Right.
That's true. And I would like you to tell everyone who is your support system in your family.
Support system is, of course, mom and dad,
Yes.
and through their brothers and sisters also.
Yes.
And I could also think of, uh, I could almost think of almost everybody who has passed away too. And without their, um, love, their emotional support, their and all kinds of support, and loving and caring and emotionally and everything. I'm like,
That's
I could go back from my late grandmother to Omi auntie, my dad's older sister,
mhm.
and I could go through my late grandfather plus my mom's sister from Canada, and they have always treated me in a way in which, for every time, if anybody got mad at me in front of anybody else in front of the family,
Yes.
any of the six of them, plus Tutu Mama, my mom's younger brother, and no, sorry, Pinky Mama, my mom's younger brother, and Tutu Mama, her older brother. Sorry. Even then,
Mhm.
if they saw anybody come after me, they would always raise their voice to the point of where it can be heard. Now, my late grandmother, if she found out you lied to her, of course, they would always have a cane, right? So if
Yes.
she would use her cane so fast, you
Okay.
never know what's gonna hit
That's great.
you. Hmm.
So you're so lucky to be loved by everyone, your family. That's great.
Exactly. Yes. And and in this case, I just got word just 3 days after my birthday this year
Mhm.
that and I did not wish them like she did with me. So the way I did it is that uh and I know I'm not supposed to bring this up, but I will bring it up right now. So, well, I come to find out 3 days later after my birthday, 43rd birthday this year, and
Mhm.
I never wished ill will against her parents as well. So her dad actually got coronavirus this year. Dipti's dad got coronavirus this year. And I never said a bad thing about her parents and everything else. So I was hoping, that so I said everything respectfully about her parents, everything,
Yes.
and she just wanted to go the other route so she could think she could get away with whatever she wanted to. But in this case, thankfully, you know, since I was more respectful to my elders, I kept saying to myself, hopefully he'll get better, and hopefully he'll be home in time for for the next visits when everybody else shows up. So I mean, I've been more respectful to almost everybody in her family, my family, and all the new families that I've met at Chema Mission, and no matter how I look at it and others look at it, there are no changes within me for anything and everything. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yes. That's great,
And
actually.
yeah,
That's great.
and now yes, and now for the pinky finger, they have allowed uh, the surgery to go.
Yes,
So
you met with an accident, yes, and still you are so
yes,
like so strong to handle it. It is fine
right,
now.
exactly.
It is fine now.
It is better now. It's been a good, let's see now, almost coming 2 months now.
Okay.
October 4th will be 2 months now. But I've been able to handle this like a man, and discolorization is gone, and now that the skin is pulling back up uh, and finally reaching back to where it needs to be, I'm better. I'm much better now.
Yes. I think your aura is very beautiful because like everybody reacts so fast, instantly. But in spite of all the challenges you had, then also you were very respectful towards your like wife's parents also. That matters
Yes,
a lot. It is
yes,
very tough. It is not easy, but for you, like I must have, I must say that yes, it commands respect for you as a person, as a human being.
right.
That's great. So if I just keep on looking for your qualities, I feel I'll like my whole page will be filled because like you are compassionate, you use good language. I mean everything. In fact, I'm feeling glad to talk to you, and I'm very
Yes,
thankful to Neelam ji also, your mother, because we have
yes.
already had sessions with her, and like that
See,
matters.
right. Because actually, everything also happened when Purnamasi was still here. And she also remembered Dr. Gautam as well. So not only just through mom
Yes,
here, but
yes,
through Purnamasi from then Prince Rupert, British Columbia, and then she moved over to Edmonton, Alberta. So that's how mom heard uh, through Purnamasi about Dr. Gautam, and then she got used to talking with Dr. Gautam, and then speaking about the whole thing here, and
yes. That time
and
only we started talking. That's true.
right, and then started talking. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
that's true. So, Raman, what message would you like to give everyone about, say, positive mantra sessions?
Um. Well, the message is like, but like I said earlier, you keep smiling, working hard, laughing, living. Those are four qualities that most people will need to stay to stay alive
Yes,
for for all eternity. And this thing really comes out to be one of the best uh, choices made in life. Without it, you don't know where you are.
yes,
You just don't know what you will miss in life. I say that every time, especially even while either about travel, or when they ask me certain questions about anything and everything, and I'm like, if and I tell them all the time, you can't be doubting yourself. With that, you're underestimating yourself.
yes,
That way you'll still lose, But if you're gonna have to win, you can't underestimate yourself.
That's true, because self-esteem always comes first, and you have to stand for yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
That's true. So if I say you have what you have taken from these sessions, if I say self-assertion, am I right?
Yes. And all throughout these sessions have been more um you know what? I'll say this. It has made me more happier, made me more smarter to have done this. And it's, let me think of it here.
You had everything. You just
Yes.
we just shifted your focus to
So,
what you were.
right. So this and Chema Mission have been the two biggest changes of my lifetime. And coming up now, at the end of 2020, 23 years of Chima Mission in my life has changed me. Now, added on to positive mantra, this has now changed me as well.
Okay.
And I have always been the happiest man alive, unless other harder situations have been taking me down. But now, not anymore.
Yes, that's
Not
true.
anymore.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
Not anymore, because like I said earlier in one of the talks about at least 2 or at least a month ago, 2 weeks or a month ago, that if someone asked me if I had depression, what did I say to them? Never had and never will.
Mm-hmm.
One person asked me, how much better are you feeling? Always have, always will.
Okay.
Without those two lines in your vocabulary, nothing can be done about anything or everything.
That's true. That's true.
That's why I had you write it down. So if at any time you were more doubtful, you would say that instead of something else.
Yes.
And other choice words too. So
Yes. You have the power to choose, and you choose to be happy all the time.
exactly.
That's
And
great.
that's the way life should be. And that's the way
Yes.
life should be.
Yes. And you have it in you. You know, you have it, like your core is very beautiful.
Yes.
That just reflects through your behavior. Maybe
Exactly.
you have noticed or not, I don't know, but it is reflected in the atmosphere that yes, I'm talking to someone who is very beautiful from inside.
Yes. Exactly.
That's great. So I'm also enjoying sessions with you. So we will be continuing. So Raman, I'm really thankful to you that you have accepted my invitation and you talk to me, and like everyone can know about you now, that yes, Raman is the live example of how to handle challenges
Exactly.
and come out as a winner.
Yes.
So you would like to tell something, a message or something like
I'm
that?
good for now. I think I've already said everything. I think I've already said everything. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. So thank you so much.